Start all over, man. Start all over. You guys, good job inside here. You guys got air clueless. Dude, here at 8:45, we're starting in the weight room. Where are you at?
At 9.
When have we ever started right on time? You're late if you're on time. Rookies, when you learn that yet? Let's go. Let's go.
My knees are so sore.
Only been doing this 4 months. Go body weight each one, Rookie. Up. 1, 2. Arms straight. Listen up. We're going bench press. 5, 4, 3. Squats. 4, 3, 2. Wings. 4, 3, 2. Lightweight. Good technique. Better too light than too heavy. Over here. 6, 5, 4. Step up.
Bud Mendenhall Field at Triton Central High School. The 4th-ranked Tigers welcome in number 2 Scecina in a rematch game for the Sectional 37 Championship. Good evening, I'm Johnny McCurry. Glad to have you along. I'm joined by the editor of the Shelbyville News, Jeff Brown, and its conference rival, Scecina, again in the way of the Tigers trying to win a sectional. These are the 2 best teams in Sectional 37, and they were pitted across the brackets from each other, setting up this championship round.
You know, even I was a little caught off guard looking at Triton Central at 10-1. Just quietly just rolled along, and I always read the stories each week, knew they started out with 3 straight shutouts, knew that they only lost with Scecina, but 10-1 just kind of rolled up on me, and here Scecina is 10-1. Their only loss to Roncalli. It's the 2 best teams, and according to the rankings, 2 of the best 4 teams in Class 2A. We'll find out tonight who gets to take a step forward.
A quicker start would be more than wanted against a team that they haven't scored against in their last 3 meetings.
Well, I think that's the playbook. Boy, get the lead early and then trust your defense to try to keep them in check. I mean, you open the season with 3 straight shutouts. You know you can play really terrific defense, and that's even without the ball hawk Aaron Steele out there in the back looking for interceptions, and, you know, over 20 plus in his career. Not going to be here tonight after having knee surgery Wednesday. We hope he's doing well, wish him well. I heard surgery went well for him. The Tigers got something to play for, some motivation. And if they can just get ahead a little bit early, maybe knock Scecina in the nose a little bit, just get their attention and show them that they're here and ready to go. Get that lead and then trust your defense to hold them the rest of the night. But that in itself is a big challenge.
And you mentioned the name of the subplot for this postseason for Triton Central. That is Aaron Steele, the starter at quarterback, their best cornerback in years here for this program. Suffered his knee injury in week 8, had surgery this week. Dad said procedure went well. They don't think he'll be able to come tonight. Doctors have said stay off of it, so we'll see if he makes an appearance. But if not, he may be listening. So, Aaron, we wish you well. So now you get an opponent in Scecina that can run the football. Tavon Middlebrook, their top rusher, but Tyshawn Woods, who is their best defender, is probably their number 2 rusher. And then you have a quarterback in Mac Ayers who's throwing to a D1 receiver in David Baker. Scecina brings every piece of the package offensively.
Well, and they're always physically strong up front on the line of scrimmage as well, so they can do just about anything. What do you take away from them? What do you try to work with? Ayers, I think, was named Indianapolis City Player of the Year by the Indianapolis Star earlier this week. Over 2,000 yards passing. He can get the ball downfield, but they've also got that balance of running the ball, and that right now is what Triton doesn't have. They just don't have that passing game without Aaron Steele being there, and even so, the quarterback situation has been really jumbled for the last 2 seasons for Tim Abel, and now it's Eric Heboff in charge, so you haven't had that consistent thrower since Jordan Krause graduated. Now they're looking to find that. Can Heboff step in tonight in the biggest game of his career so far, his very young career, and probably the guy that's going to lead him the next couple of years? Can he complete enough passes to keep Scecina's defense honest so they're not just loading up the line of scrimmage and trying to blow up the running game?
How about the coaching matchup for Scecina? Odd Hurley, his 29th season overall, 192 wins, a pair of state championships. Tim Abel, 177 wins in 26 years, and that championship in the early 2000s up at East Noble.
2 guys that have forgotten more about football than you and I probably ever even know, and I saw them, talking to midfield a little bit a while ago, just catching up a little bit. But 2 guys that have been around the battles for a long time, and guys that I think you hear develop good young men through their program, both of them, just programs that have always been first rate, develop their kids, kids that are taking care of their academics, taking care of their family life, they're in other sports, do other things, and then show up on the football field and play the right way.
Dominate! Let's go! All security, job number 1. You know we're going to pound the rock. Yes, we'll mix it fast. We're going to pound the rock. We're going to make them stop us. We're going to say, here we come, what are you going to do about it? Here we come, what are you going to do about it? You know who our blockers are. You know who our runners are. What are you going to do about it? What do you do when you play speed? You go at it. You don't run around. You go at it. Yeah, we'll run around. Rich will run around. Keaton will run around. We've got to run at it. Got to make it pay. Early, very important. Let's get on it. Get that 7 on the board, and then let defense and special teams take their part, and we'll keep it rocking and rolling. 4 quarters, 48 minutes. Just play Tiger football. It's our game to win. It's our game to win. Let's go get it. Let's go.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Oh yeah! Dominate on 3, 1, 2, 3. Dominate!
A rematch of last year's championship game won by Scecina. The Crusaders this time are in Fairland to face Triton Central. Number 2 against number 4, and a likely appearance against number 1 in the regional next week.
Triton has won the toss and will receive. All right, shake hands, guys. Have a great game. Look, man. Come on now. Come on, let's go. Hey, I'm going out there and I'm giving everything I got. All 48 minutes. I'm doing that for my seniors. I know my seniors going out there and doing everything they got. Hey, we doing this for our community, for our school, for each other, and for the seniors, and for the people that can't make it tonight. For the people that cannot go on the field with us tonight. Aaron, Silas, Gavin, Nate, right? You got me? I got one question. Who got my back? I got your back. 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 Day by day. Day by day. Better, better. We better, better. We can't be beat. We can't be beat. Whoa, beat, beat. Whoa, beat, beat. Next on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Bo Borenstein, Keaton Kermode deep for a Shelby Materials kickoff. It'll be Borenstein at about the 12-yard line. The 20 up the hash, past the 30 to the 40. curls it outside looking for one more hole that he's not going to be able to find. That's where the run will come to a close, but very, very good start for Triton Central out to the 44. Stepping a man in motion in Hayden Kermode, and now a direct snap into the backfield, and Triton will put it on the ground as they did this time in the postseason a year ago with Keaton Kermode on a run right up the middle, and he takes it into Scecina territory.
Yeah, direct snap, wildcat, if you want to call it, with Hayden Kermode.
Kermode calling for and taking the snaps. Runs it up the middle, had a head of steam, and broke out from a scrum in the middle, gets to the outside, down the right sideline. Keaton Kermode, touchdown, Triton Central.
Even had Zach Martin running convoy with him, cleaning the lane out for him. He hit the line of scrimmage and then just popped outside and was gone. 50-yard touchdown run, and just what Triton wanted to start the game.
I was just about ready to say, I thought he was going to get the first, but the hole closed down. And then all of a sudden, Keaton Kermode was running alone down the right sideline. Number 13, Mitch Kleeman on to try the extra point. His extra point is good, and Triton Central has done something they haven't done since Jordan Krause found Aaron Steele on a touchdown pass in an overtime loss back in 2016. They're on the board, and they lead Scecina 7-0. Triton, 7-0 lead on the First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard, and Kermode sends it away, and it will bounce and roll, and a slow pickup at the 6. Finally taken up by Scecina, but Triton with coverage there, and they will contain Scecina on the run back out to the 25-yard line. Man in motion. Ayers looking the opposite way, throws complete at midfield, and a stretch by the receiver, I think, going to leave him just shy of another first down. 2nd and 1.
Todd Hurley here can do a little bit of anything at 2nd and 1.
4 receivers, 3 go to the right. Ayers looks down the line of scrimmage and throws, and dangerously it goes off the hands of the receiver, incomplete, and Matt Gould was ready to lay a hit if that ball had been caught. Ayers in shotgun, Middlebrook off his left shoulder. Receivers take off. Ayers straight drop, looking over the middle, throws deep into double coverage, and a catch is made inside the 5-yard line down to the 3.
In double coverage there as well. It was Baker, I think, that ran under that one. Pressure on Triton's defensive line. Phil Williams, Zach Martin, Ashton Billman in there trying to control and push.
Under center, Ayers lobs it high, sideline, jumping up, a catch is made, touchdown Scecina.
Well, if that's not offensive pass interference, Johnny, I'm not sure what it is, because all he did was push the defender off of him and settle under and catch it.
Number 10, Drew Smith, a senior, their kicker. High snap and a block, and Triton Central preserves the lead, stopping the extra point.
Stuart Krause, I think, is the one that got in there and got a hold of that one, got great push from the end.
Heboff out there to call signals now on this second possession. Receiver set right. Another receiver just off the right end of the line. He'll step in motion, Will Borenstein. Receiver set to the left, and Triton Central going to the ground game. And Richard Knowles breaks free from the line of scrimmage into the second level, outrunning Scecina defenders until he's tripped up at the 21 and goes down at about the 18-yard line. Knowles will run into the backfield from a wide receiver position, give him the ball, run him left, and he gets down below the 15, below the 10. He did get to the 7. That is a first down. Gould as a receiver wide left, but Triton putting it on the ground and carrying, pushing near the goal line and not getting in. 2nd and goal here. Eboff from down under center. And Eboff going to keep it himself. Good push by the line. Touchdown by the quarterback on the sneak. And Triton Central scoring as efficiently as they have in the postseason, and it's coming against the number 2 team in the state.
Yeah, they've done everything right so far offensively.
Mitch Kleeman on the approach, the kick, and it's good. On the First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard, 4:04 left to go, first quarter. Triton Central 14, Scecina 6. touchdown. High wobbly snap to Ayers, and he's not able to get it off, and then the second man through blocks it. They'll fight for the loose ball. It's picked up by Triton Central and returned for a touchdown. Zach Martin on the recovery. Did you see the block? It wasn't the first man. Ayers hesitated.
No, he hit one of the interior linemen there as he tried to step through the rush. He saw the rush, stepped around it, and then Martin, I really got to give it to Keaton Kermode. He tackled the Scecina player that was about to catch the ball and down it, and that allowed Martin to pick it up and take off running 18 yards for the touchdown.
Ready to try another extra point with Kleeman. Snap and hold good. Kick. Plenty of air underneath it, and it's good as well. 3:16 to go in the first. Triton Central up 21-6. Snap for Ayers. Pressure off the backside. Chased and brought down back at the 16. Hayden Kermode.
There's what we talked about. Could they get to Ayers in the backfield and put a little pressure on him from behind? Kermode gets in there and gets to him. Loss of 4.
Second down 14. Snap for Ayers. Looking, still looking. Plenty of time in the pocket. Throws over the middle and finds a man complete at the 35-yard line. There's the snap. Handoff, Middlebrook. And his second best run of the night out to the 44-yard line. 3 receivers, short side of the field on the left. Receiver alone here on the right, and Middlebrook off the shoulder left side of the quarterback. Ayers gives to his running back, feeling for room off the right side. Not a lot there. He may be shy of the first down. This may bring up a 3rd and short. 12 minutes of play in the book. Triton Central 21, Scecina 6. Ayers off the line of scrimmage, pump fake left. Now look to throw and does air it out for Baker, who got behind the coverage, shakes free of the tacklers, dragging an ankle tackle, and the ball comes shooting out. But I think they whistled the play dead as Baker went out of bounds inside the 2-yard line. Middlebrook the lone setback. Ayers keeping it himself, pushing, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Scecina.
Working for Triton Central, the quarterback sneak. Mac Ayers takes his 6'3" frame and just pushes his way into the end zone for a 2-yard touchdown run.
11:30 left to go in the first half. Scecina draws closer. It's Triton Central 21, Scecina 13. Richard Knowles in, the deep back, alone there for Triton Central. The handoff goes to him, takes a look at room on the right side, bounces off one tackle, keeps his footing to the 40, the 45, jumps over one of his own men and across midfield. They'll mark him down at the Scecina 49.
Coach Knowles, but Kermode dives into the line a lot. If he can pull it out and find a receiver, it's there.
Hayden Kermode, the throw backwards to Keaton Kermode. He'll throw a wobbly pass downfield. That's caught by Triton at the 30. Matt Gould still at his feet. In the secondary, taking on 3-4 tacklers and brought down at the 18-yard line, and Tim Abel was right. It wasn't pretty, but Keaton Kermode can throw the football. Second down, goal to go for Triton from the 5. He ball from under center, steps a man in motion. Triton looking to run to the right this time, bouncing it to the outside, and a run that gets tripped up on a good solo tackle that for the moment saved a touchdown. Hayden Kermode set to the left as the fullback. Keaton Kermode, the deep back. They'll look for room on the left side. Kermode bounces it out to the left, turns himself off a spin, and wrestles his way into the end zone.
We'll give that one all to Kermode because he did a lot of that all on his own to really fight off the first defender and spin and get in there.
Ball bobbled, and Triton Central's not going to get the extra point kickoff. First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard, 6:55 left to go first half. Triton Central with a 27-13 lead. Scecina football down 14, putting it on the ground, and a run up the middle, bouncing off a tackler at midfield. Middlebrook is still alive to the 40, turns on the Jets, gets outside and inside the 30, down to the 18-yard line. First down, goal to go. 2 receivers to the right, and it'll be Baker in the slot, just back off the line of scrimmage. Quarterback keeping it himself. and
Just couldn't
not going to get into the end zone.
Yeah, he did. Now
Oh, he did?
The push at the end, the official coming in there kept looking and looking. And
There's a pile of guys on the ground, and then you look to the right, and you see Ayers is standing there with the football in the air for the touchdown. Snap, hold, and kick on the way. It's good. First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard, 4:54 left to go in the first half. And Triton Central's lead is cut in half, down to 27-20. Middlebrook for Ayers. Now gets the snap, looking down the left sideline. Nothing there. Now comes back to the left and dances in the pocket before he's brought down. The ball popped it. Get a scramble for it. Scecina recovering back at the 20-yard line. Maybe 21. It's going to be a loss of 10. The running back Middlebrook off the left shoulder of Ayers. He will go to the air on 3rd and long. Looking. Throws it deep downfield and picked off at midfield by Triton Central. Return to the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, and down at the 22-yard line. Triton Central on the pick and an opportunity coming up.
Trent Walters, the junior, number 11, just ball went right over the receiver's head, and Walters just went up and caught it himself right there in midfield. But Triton Central gets what it wants, and that's a lead going into halftime.
Halftime here, 2A Sectional 37 championship game. Triton Central 27, Scecina 20.
Didn't see this coming. Let's go.
No table.
Okay, you need an umbrella? I almost.
What?
Yeah. Okay, you do have one. Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Keaton Kermode a kick, and it's very near the sideline. It skips on the turf, stays in the field of play, picked up at the 15-yard line. Returned across the 30, a spin, a fall, and down at the 34. And here comes Scecina's offense, down by 7 beginning the second half. 4 receivers, 2 each side, working off the left hash. Barnes receiver in motion, and the snap for Ayers, who throws complete. In traffic, his receiver getting right in the middle of that zone and catching and being tackled at the 41. Barnes again in motion out of the slot from the left to give to Middlebrook in the backfield. He's got the first, gets it to the outside hash, and boom, a collision downfield, but not until he picks up big yardage down to the Triton 40-yard line. Ayers to throw on first down, complete at the 34. Receiver makes a man miss and then toppled over down at the 25-yard line. Nearly went down and now does go down back at the 24.
I'll give the defensive line credit because that was all them. Let's see, Phil Williams was in there and somebody else had a good push as well. I think it was Williams, though, that was one that flushed Ayers at first.
Loss of 6 to the 24.
Almost back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9.
Snap for Ayers. Middlebrook stays in to block. Ayers looking, now decides to run with the football. Takes it up the middle and takes a hard hit on the left leg and is toppled down at the 16. Going to be, what, short by a yard maybe?
Really 2
yards.
17. We'll give him 7 yards on the gain there. And
4th down and a couple. 8:15 to go in the 3rd period. Scecina with a good opening drive, but what are they going to do at the end of it? 3 receivers, 2 to the right. David Baker over here on the near left side. Triton crowd making noise. Ayers shows the ball to Middlebrook, lofts it over for a completion on the right sideline, and an escape by the receiver. That is a touchdown.
pass to Matthew Funk and just got around right in all by himself, gone.
Smithy extra point just gets it off in time. It's good. And on the First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard, 8:07 to go in the third, game tied at 27. You're listening to High School Football, Giant FM, 3rd and 6. From the 31 for Scecina. 3 receivers right, lone receiver set to the left. Running back in the backfield with Ayers. Ayers rolling to his right. Shut off there, stops, stands in the pocket, now tries to run away from pursuit, and then flips the ball forward, and this ball is loose or an incompletion.
Now we've got a flag down.
Will there be grounding involved here?
Yeah, but there was a receiver in the area. I'd give him, unless it was a lineman, but he shoveled the ball forward with a player in the area. The problem was there was also about 3 Triton Central players in the area. Dangerous play. Ayers trying to do too much.
So Ayers is going down. We may find out that he was down. He releases the football. And now we wait on the flag. And here's the referee. And it will be intentional grounding on Mac Ayers. And now set to go. Scecina to punt. And the Tigers awaiting this ball at the 40-yard line.
They look like they're going after it.
He comes. Ayers gets it away. And I think he kicked it off his shin or ankle. And it takes off at an awkward angle toward the sideline, and the play clock will expire as the Tigers try to take the lead as we go to the 4th. 2nd out of 9, Triton Central from the 14. Keaton Kermode vacates the backfield. Eric Heboff looking to throw, pulls it down, runs to the right, now being pressured, gets to the sideline and throws incomplete.
Nice job by Heboff there, making sure that nothing devastating happened there. Kept waiting, trying to find an open receiver, and just couldn't find one. It's one of those where you live to fight the next play there. There's no need to force one in somewhere, no need to get one tip, throw it into an interception, just throw it out of bounds. Lose it, now we got a flag, we got a late substitution possibly. No, now they're calling grounding. He's outside the pocket, and there was...
Eric Heboff got all the way to the right sideline before he threw the ball right down the sideline and out of bounds, and now
Tim Abel wants
we get grounding call. They should lose down and yardage. Wow, big call there.
I don't get that call.
I don't either.
At all. I know Tim Abel would like to get an explanation, and I don't know how that's intentional grounding.
Staggered backs in the eye, the give to Keaton Kermode, and he gets room to the outside, bounces it to the 20, the 15, and inside the 15. So what is now 4th and 9, ball on the 14, means that Mitch Kleeman comes in a big position here with a chance to give Triton Central the lead in the early going of the 4th quarter on what will be a 31-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. Kleeman the approach, it's got plenty of air underneath it. It is good. Mitch Kleeman from 31 yards out, and Triton Central regains the lead, 30-27 on the First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard, 14 seconds in to the 4th period. Longest one on the stats, 29, the only attempt this year. Pass that is deflected in the air and picked up by Triton Central. It hit the receiver, it hit a guy in a green jersey, and then Trent Walters running right into the football, picks it off for the 2nd time tonight.
I don't know where he came from. He came flying out of nowhere, and I can't guess without seeing it. I want to think Hornig maybe was the one that popped it up in the air.
I think it bounced off the receiver, then hits Hornig, and then it's just in the air waiting for Walters to come get it.
And if it wasn't for Hornig deflecting that up in the air, Walters never would have got it because that ball would have gone down to the ground. And Hornig actually popped it up a little bit, which gave Walters a chance to get it right at the 50-yard line.
But you are right, from the clock management that really took away a scoring opportunity at the end of the half to the clock management now, Tritons hurt themselves a bit.
Yeah, It's not a big deal right now just because you're going to give Scecina at least 2 minutes on the clock. It's 2:14. You probably could have took that 14 off the clock. That only matters if it gets down to the end zone down there and there's only a few seconds left and you could have ran it out.
4th and 10, here we go. No one in the backfield except for Ayers, 5 wide receivers. Ayers steps up in the pocket, throws, complete. It's a first down and down the sideline, over midfield and out of bounds.
Yeah, I was able to find a crossing route there, and that was number 1, Andrew Payne, his first catch of the night.
Again, 5 wide receiver set. Ayers backpedaling. He's got time in the pocket, lost toward the end zone, jump ball. It is caught by Scecina.
He had inside position. The defensive back was behind him and tried to swipe at it, and I still haven't tell if that's Baker that came down with it.
I haven't decided.
The defensive back is down on the ground.
Snap and hold. Kick is good. And Scecina now leading Triton Central 34-30. 7.3 left to go. And now you've got to believe no more than 2 plays if you can get 2 off. 3 receivers right. Borenstein working off the left. Heave off the snap. Pressure up the middle. Throws over the middle. It's complete for the moment, but then rocked out of there by a hit and incomplete at the 3. 1.9 seconds remain in regulation.
Triton's thrown everything at Scecina tonight. It's got every swing it can. It needs one more big punch.
Heave off the snap. The throw over the middle. Knocked down. Incomplete. Scecina, the sectional champs.
Trying to get Kermode over the middle, and he didn't quite have his eyes on it. The defensive back had a better read on it. I think it was Baker. Yeah, it was Baker that knocked it down.
Our final. Number 2, Scecina defeats number 4, Triton Central, 34-30.
Great job. Good game. Good game.
I'm Johnny McCurry, editor of the Shelbyville News. Jeff Brown, and great game. 2 terrific teams, and they'll probably do something like it again in conference play again next year.
Well, you look at Tim Abel's record, he just pencils in sectional championship game every year. He's 6 for 6. Unfortunately, he's only got 1 sectional title so far, and so close tonight, maybe even closer than a lot of the pundits even thought maybe they could be, and just played an outstanding first half. And unfortunately, 3 touchdowns in the first quarter and only 1 since then, and that ended up being their downfall. Just couldn't get in the end zone when they needed to.
Our final again tonight on the First Bank Shelbyville scoreboard. Scecina rallies with 1 minute to play and beats Triton Central 34-30. For Jeff Brown, I'm Johnny McCurry. Enjoy your weekend. So long, everybody.
Come on in real quick. Just one more tiger. Come on in. One more. All right. One, so 1 team, gotta do it, man.